Everybody turn your mics on, please. And just little housekeeping. Pull your mics up closer to your mouths. Some of us are not being heard on that video. Okay, so welcome everybody. My name is Virginia Wasserberg. I'll call this meeting to order for September the 9th, 2025. The time is 9:05 a.m. If you will, please everybody stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Darlene, could you lead us in the pledge?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May I make one comment on the pledge?
I know what it is.
I know what it is.
The Pledge of Allegiance does not have a comma between one nation, pause, under God. It's all one statement, one nation under God. You can look at anywhere it's written.
Okay.
And people always pause there, but the whole intent was one nation under God. That's just why I say it like that.
Okay. Teacher and Michelle's coming out.
Yeah.
Guess that's what that is.
Thank you.
All right. You got that out of your system. You feel
Yep.
better?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Thank you. All right. So let's go ahead and move into our invocation. At this time, I have an invocation. Anyone that would like to join us in invocation can do so. Anybody doesn't have to. All right. Father, thank you for giving us this day. Thank you, Lord, for providing everything it is that we need in every moment that we need it, Lord, even before it is that we know we need it. We thank you, Lord, that you've gathered us here together safely, Father, and we thank you for the freedom that we have to gather and have free and fair elections. We pray for your wisdom, your knowledge, and your peace in our meeting today. Join us together in unity, Lord. Help us to listen to each other and to understand the needs it is that we have before us as a board, that we may honor you and honor the people of Pasquotank County, the voters, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay. So on the agenda, I do believe we've talked about how we already approved the August 5th closed session meeting minutes. We came out of closed session on September 2nd and approved August 5th meetings. Is that correct?
Yes.
So we need to go ahead and remove that from our agenda today. Okay. So we just need to sign it then? Is that what we need to do? Deborah, I'm looking to you. Did you hear?
I don't have a sound copy, so let's sign it.
Okay. Guess we'll sign it then. We'll just sign it, and then, Darlene, after you sign it, could you just pass it to Janae, please? Thank you. And also, I want to move the, well, first of all, do we have absentee ballots to review today, Janae? Okay, so we can take that off of there. And let's breeze through all the things we got to breeze through and move director's duties to the bottom of new business, please. And
I am confused. Usually in the past, if we didn't have absentee ballots, we didn't meet. Because this was advertised as an absentee meeting.
it was a just in case, I would assume, is what it was.
I don't know.
I mean, we had to meet just in case, and we didn't put out a notice of cancellation. What do you suggest?
So, so then, excuse me, so then moving forward, if we're supposed to meet on absentee ballots, will the director notify us that we have some? And if we do not have any, it's canceled? The meeting's canceled, we shouldn't be meeting? Is that it?
I mean, what time do you check to find out if there are absentee ballots? You check the day
I know
before?
before the meeting.
I'm sorry, check what?
I know before the meeting.
You know, before the meeting? Okay. I don't know. What is your suggestion, Janae? If you check and there aren't any ballots,
Then I just send a letter out. I mean, post a notice. But I mean, that's up to the board as to what they want to do. This agenda was sent out, you know,
mm,
for you all. It was sent to me to give to you all. So
yeah, we can put other things in the absentee review meeting. We did
Actually,
check.
at the conference, they suggested that we not.
Well, I checked and said we could. So,
Okay, because I was in a meeting where they said not to do it.
okay.
The only reason I brought it up is because people didn't come to this meeting because they thought we were just doing absentee ballots, and there's a lot of stuff on here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is something that in the past practice, when there were other things that the board needed to do, they tacked it onto the absentee meetings. It's a past practice of this office to do that. There
right.
are
I
things
thought we
that
were
needed to
moving
do.
forward and not trying to go back.
Mm,
Granted, in the past, uh, we did discuss a few other things, but technically, absentee meetings, they prefer that you only talk about absentee. It's just a
okay.
preference that the state said.
Okay. All right. Well, moving forward, I guess we'll just talk about absentee on absentee meetings, and then if there's anything else we need to do, I guess we'll have to hold another meeting. I mean, trying to save on money by not doing several meetings,
If
but
it's an emergency
if
or
there's
if
something
there's
we have to
something
do,
serious that needs to
yeah,
be talked about, that's something different.
yeah, if there's something that we need to do,
That's what I was going to ask. We know we have to appoint election day precinct officials. It has to be done.
we do. Mhm.
Right, so was
So-
it another meeting we should have had or should have been on the,
No, so that to me that's something different. That's something that needs to be done.
Mhm. I mean, we have to do director's duties as well. We keep pushing it aside. Is so. What are you guys saying? You don't want to do these things that are on here, or what are you saying?
No, I'm just saying that it says, in some of them they said like absentee meeting, monthly meeting, so
Mhm.
people knew that's what it was.
Okay.
Or if it's absentee, if you have a lot of stuff on the agenda,
Mm.
let her know in advance, and she could put absentee slash meeting.
Okay.
So
Public meeting.
public meeting, yeah. So just so people know.
Are you suggesting that she update the calendar online so that people know, or what are you suggesting?
Well, she's going to put stuff out a couple of days. You have to do it 48 hours, right?
If it's posted on the website, I don't have to. The only time I have to do it 48 hours is if something changed or if there's an emergency meeting.
But you're going to know if there's a lot of stuff on the agenda, and you can let her know, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we discussed it on Friday, the different things after the training on Friday, what we would do, and then I sent it out to her in an email on Saturday. So, um, you know, it's just different things we have to go through.
Sure.
So, again, we're in the middle of approving the agenda. However, we can add to the agenda
All right.
if we needed to update the website. Is that kind of what you were saying here? To put
No,
slash
just,
meeting?
I mean, you're the one that's coming up with the agenda, so you know
Mhm.
if there's going to be a lot of stuff on the agenda.
Okay.
So you let her know, and then she can update the website, right?
Is that how you would like to proceed?
If that's what if that's
Okay.
what the board agrees upon.
Is that how the board would like to proceed?
I'm still trying to get clarity on it. If it's an absentee meeting, should we actually be meeting now that it wasn't publicized?
We didn't publicize that we were going to cancel it, so we had to meet. You have to give. Is that
Well,
not
that's
correct?
just for absentee, all right? We're supposed to go on with the absentee meeting, and that's it, right?
I mean, from my understanding, we're just supposed to do absentee meetings. Now, as far as council, I know they said that if we don't have any absentees, then you cancel the meeting. So I will have to find out from the state as far as, I mean, because you won't know if you're not going to have absentee meetings until the day before at 5 o'clock to close of business.
That's right.
He went to the post office this morning. So that's your procedure is to go to the post office in the morning to find out.
Mm-mm.
Oh. Okay.
No.
Okay.
So
but
this
your
morning,
procedure is 5
when we
o'clock.
went to go check, technically, if it comes in the morning, you don't have to scan it in. It's for the
Alright.
next meeting.
Okay.
That's right.
So, but the procedure you're going to go by is the day before the absentee review at 5 p.m.
Well, you go a couple times throughout the week.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I guess you could find out from the state and let us know if you go at 5 p.m. and there's nothing there the Monday prior to the absentee review meeting, if it's okay to cancel the meeting. I would say if it is, then we should probably receive a phone call and let us know. Don't depend upon us to check our email on that. Um, that would just be my request.
So Janae, are you saying that if you, at 5 o'clock on Monday, you know that there are no absentee ballots for a Tuesday meeting, you don't get into the 48-hour notice?
I
She
have
doesn't know.
to have to ask the state about that.
Okay.
I don't. I just know that you can cancel absentee meetings. It's just like we canceled the first one because we knew we weren't going to have any
Right.
because we didn't send anything out. I just know you can cancel absentee. I have to find out the semantics to that. I don't.
Okay. Just find out and let us know then. Fine. Via email. Is everybody okay hearing about that via email? As to whatever she finds out from the state on that?
Sure, but I agree with you. If it's canceled, call me.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well,
I
yeah.
check my email all the time,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
or at least text one or the other. I don't check my email all the time.
all right. So are we clear on that? If she's going to find out from the state, she's
Yep.
going to email us and let us know what the state says. And then if the state says it's okay to cancel it the day before, you're going to give us a call and just let us know that it's canceled. I can't imagine that it's okay to do that without the 48-hour notice, but if they say so, then they say so. All right. Are we clear on that now? Everybody clear on that?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. A little bit of a dreary day outside. Let's get you some coffee, Michelle.
Yeah, I have some.
Okay. So getting back to the approval of the agenda today, we do not have any absentee ballots, is what she said. So we would not be needing to review any absentee ballots today. A couple of things we need to go through on that. Let's bang through all the things we got to do and move on to the director's duties, please, at the end. So,
Thank you.
I'm
Did we
sorry?
approve the agenda?
No, we have not. They're signing something, so I'm not sure what's going on there.
I'm dating the closed session minutes.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda with the changes of removing the August 5th closed session, removing the absentee ballots since we're not doing it, and moving director's duties to the end of new business? And is there any other business that anybody needs to add? Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
There's a motion by George to approve the agenda with changes, a second by Michelle. Any further discussion? Hearing none.
You all approved the September 2nd minutes?
We have not moved to that yet. We're approving the agenda. We're still under the agenda, ma'am. Hearing no discussion, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. The agenda is approved. Public comments, 3 minutes per speaker. If we have any public comments, please sign in on the sign-in pad on the table. Step it to the mic, turn it on, and I'm going to start my timer because we've not been very consistent with that when you begin speaking.
Hi, good morning. Jan Lawton again with the League of Women Voters. I'm simply here to say tonight begins our community connection. I'd like to invite you all. We have a full slate tonight, which is Kirk Rivers, Mayor, Sparty Hammett, County Manager, Reggie Goodson, City Manager, and Mike Cox, our City Attorney. So I invite you all. We do have little sandwiches, so you don't have to eat dinner. So please come. I think it would be an interesting opportunity for you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I will ask you, just to be clear, you didn't say what time, did you?
I'm sorry, it's 6 o'clock.
Okay.
6
All right.
o'clock at the public library.
Thank you.
6 to 8.
Thank you. All right. Anybody else? Public comments? Okay. Hearing none, we're moving on to approval of the minutes. We have the August 28th closed session, the September 2nd open and closed session minutes. Is there any discussion on that?
I do have a discussion on
The open?
the
You can't,
open.
yeah, you can't discuss the closed, obviously.
On the last page of the open where we were talking about all of the places that we were going to look into for voting. I think it was left out that the secretary and a member both stated that this had been done previously and no feasible place was found.
Did you want to add that in
Yes.
there? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Are you going to edit them now, or how you want to do that, Janae?
Well, can I make an assumption that we approve the minutes with the correction, the written
Yeah.
correction, and then
Right.
we would edit it, and then the edit would reflect that? And we just do is there just a signature page?
No, it's
Yeah, there is. It's separate.
no, it's not. There's an announcement on. There should never be just a signature page.
Okay. All right. Okay.
You should never have a blank page that has signatures on it.
Okay.
It could be if it's the first page is full.
You need to make a page break. You never do a signature page by itself.
Okay. So how would
do
you
want to
like
sign
for us to
something that hasn't
proceed?
been changed, that hasn't been edited yet?
Well, we
We're
could
approving it with corrections.
We could approve it with the corrections, but if that is
Okay.
not what the secretary is comfortable with, please state so. If that's not how you would like to proceed, Madam Secretary, it's what I need to know.
It's fine.
Okay, it's your call, and I mean it's board's call, but I'm
You
leaning
wanna
on you.
Repeat what you said, Michelle, so
Right.
please.
The secretary and another member both stated that locations had been investigated previously and none were feasible.
The other member was Member Hague, right?
That was me.
Remember all that, okay?
It was you and me. So if you want to
Okay.
put secretary,
I always put the member name.
all right, so the secretary and the member. I did talk to somebody, one of our judges works at Knobs Creek, and she said they have after-school care there, and they have all these leagues that she seriously doubted if they would agree to give it up for 2 weeks.
Okay, so did you get what you needed to put in the correction?
Michelle, does Secretary Hurdle and Member Oddly commented other locations had previously been investigated and there were no feasible options?
Yes, except the only feasible option that we had was Kermit White,
Okay.
because we
Thank
broke
you.
up in teams to do that.
You got it. You may just send it.
Well, let us sign the copy that you've edited then by hand. How's that?
Oh, I can hardly read what I wrote.
It's okay. Well, then it needs to be written somewhere. If you can hardly read what you wrote, how is she supposed to be able to read it?
Because she's got a YouTube to listen to, plus I can always email it to her.
All right. What would you like us to sign then?
Go ahead and, want to just pass mine?
Okay, well, we haven't approved it yet, so
No.
then are there any other corrections to be made to the open session
Pardon?
minutes?
clean one? Mine has a star by it. She's looking for a clean copy of these
I
minutes.
move we approve the
George has
agenda
one.
with the
The
noted
minutes.
corrections.
We've
Is
already,
that what you were doing?
we're going through the minutes of August
I
28th. We're
mean, the
looking,
minutes, I'm sorry.
August 28th and September 2nd, open, close. Okay.
These were the September 2nd,
Open.
open.
I just need a motion to approve the 3 sets of minutes.
I move we approve August 28th, 25 closed session minutes, September 2nd, 25 open session minute with the noted corrections or additions, and September 2nd closed session minutes.
I'd say.
Okay, there's a motion by Deborah, a second by George. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, the minutes are approved. Please, we will pause to sign.
Which one you want? This one. Here you go.
You get to keep yours.
Then on the closed session, can we sign your copies, and I need to collect these copies that I'll distribute.
Open, then closed. 28 and second.
Is that for me to sign?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. She passed it. Yeah.
Did you try?
Also done by mistake last minute.
Catch up.
I had put these down for approved seconds, and I'm like,
There you
these. I need to collect.
I gave that one to Judy. Are they all together?
What am I signing?
She's trying to collect 2 closed session minutes from each member. That's what she's trying to do and have them
This is
signed.
the open session. Is it all right to pass that to Michelle to sign? Michelle, this is the open session. All right. And you need the
Okay,
closed,
so it's
all
two
the closed
closed.
session minutes.
Yeah.
Where you put it?
Oh, you need my. Oh,
What are you collecting back? September 2nd and,
okay. Okay. Just both of them.
Close the sign.
that's not under my name or above my name?
This one. Yeah. You didn't want this one? Okay. We checked off on that one.
There's my minutes.
I could be smart and say just use a ruler next time. But I'm not that smart. I'm kidding.
Actually, when you do a letter, you sign above your name.
That's why I sent the vote.
Doesn't matter, that's what's up there.
Oh, we finished with minutes.
I signed these too.
All right, let me know.
Okay. Here's my agenda. That's what I need.
Dwayne, are you monitoring the YouTube just in case it has that glitch again? Okay. Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Flip-flops.
Got it together now, I think.
Good for you. All right, you ready?
For a while.
Are we done with minutes? All right. So let's move to the early voting parking lot layout. I believe Janae's given us a copy of that. We just need to I found this in my records from the municipal election of 2023. Apparently, we've, as a board, approved the layout for tents, parking, things of that nature. Is everybody okay with this? I don't really see how it could change. Okay.
You can't.
Okay. All right. So do we have a motion to approve the early voting parking lot layout?
So moved.
There's a motion by Michelle to approve. Is there a second? A second by Darlene. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We have the early voting parking lot layout. Fantastic. All right. So then we have the early voting enclosure layout that is here. My assumption is on the bottom right hand, that's where we enter. And where it says tabulator is where we exit the two doors.
Where's the front parking lot?
Over here. So this is the hallway.
Oh, that's the hallway. Okay.
Down here would be the hallway. This would be the first door, and there would be the second door.
This is the direction of the room.
Huh?
This is the direction of the room,
The right
right?
room, yes. So the building would be like that, yeah. Is there any discussion on this?
Where's the entrance door?
Janae, is the entrance right here? That's my assumption, correct? All right.
Yeah.
And the exit is by the tabulator? Okay. I have a question. Have you considered, instead of just doing all where it says red and handicap, just making that seated voting and then the area in the middle that says voting, doing that as all standing voting, just to make it so that things move along a little more?
So all voting in the middle is standing.
Okay, all right. So the red hand where it says handicap, that's all seated voting, correct? Okay, all right, excellent. I wasn't sure what that was. The three red squares beside the word provisional, what is that? The provisional booths?
Mhm.
Okay. The only concern I have with that is that it's behind the ballot station, and I wouldn't want somebody to. I mean, nobody's gonna be hanging out there, are they? At a provisional booth?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
They're gonna be in front of that ballot station, right?
So I
They're not
have,
be behind it.
well, they'll be between the ballot station and the help station. That's where those booths will be.
So it'd
So
be a
that-
little more shifted over, is what you're saying.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I think what Michelle's just saying is making sure that they're not directly behind the ballots. For the safety of the ballots, is that what you're saying? Or
The ballots will be
Security?
in a tote.
Okay.
But the the booths will be between the ballot station and the help station to monitor the individuals.
Yeah, it's just shifted a little bit to the right,
Okay, all right.
or up a little bit on this picture, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, because they're going through the help station.
To the help
Right.
station.
Where is our express vote on this?
Express vote be by the handicap on the handicap
It'll
table.
be on the table as well. Okay, all right. I mean, there's a lot of scenarios that could be set up. I'm willing to give it a shot the way it is, actually. So,
There's only so much room in there.
there
in that
is. I mean,
room,
this
so-
is very different than how we've done it in that room in the past. The the concern I have is chit chat in the hallway, but Janae and I discussed that yesterday, and she has a plan for that. Could you please share that with the
So-
board?
So as far as individuals talking amongst each other, it's not like you can kick them out if they talk to one another. However, there'll be a greeter,
Mm.
to check IDs. Candidates won't be in the voting area, but they are allowed to go to the restroom. So the hallway will be somewhat divided. So I contacted the state. State said as long as they do not have to walk through the voting area, then they can go to the restroom. I called them a few months ago and sent them a diagram of the room. So since the room is enclosed, then since they don't have to walk through the area to go to the bathroom, they can go to the bathroom.
'Cause in the past, nobody's been allowed to use the bathroom.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I believe the history on that was because someone flushed candidate materials down the toilet.
And stuff, and stopped at the
And
toilet.
stopped up
the
the
toilet.
toilets.
You're exactly right.
But that was quite some time ago.
I thought that happened at K.E. White.
No, that's why it was canceled here, wasn't it? That was my understanding. But regardless of that, that was quite some time ago. And being somebody that's on the outside and has been on the outside, there have been some very generous candidates in the past who have rented a porta-john for people outside. So, but the board has never done that. The board's never paid for that.
In the past, the Red Cross owned those bathrooms in the past, didn't they?
The county owns this building.
Red County owns the building, but has Red Cross restroom. I'm thinking that's why we couldn't use it. I don't know.
No, that's not why.
That's not right.
Who works back there now? It's not the Red Cross anymore.
It's up to the director and the board whether or not they want somebody to use the bathroom. It has nothing to do with rules or statutes. They're not going through the voting area.
Right.
So candidates can use the restroom. However, when they come in the building, they can't talk to anybody. That's the rule.
When they come into the enclosure. But they can talk to people in the hallway.
So
When
is
they
there-
come into the building,
Oh, okay.
they cannot
All right.
talk to anybody.
Okay, all right, I got you.
So is there gonna be like a chair or something to keep them from going from the bathroom into the rest of the office?
So we're going to use the chain dividers that we
Yeah,
have.
that's what I'm asking.
Mhm.
Yeah, Dwayne would like to weigh in. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I look at security measures and safety measures, and I understand the dynamic of that hallway. Yes, with leaders and with person tagging it, I'm gonna use the word conjunction. Because I do understand. There's another department that you have to respect. So you can't lock it up, and you can't put people in there.
So in reality, we already have people that are not voters going through the hallway because they need
Yes.
to access the space where they work, correct? So
Speaking
what is
of,
the
do we
difference
have
in
new
allowing
neighbors?
somebody? What's that? Say that again?
Do we have new neighbors back there where the Red Cross was? We have different people than Red Cross back there now?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Again,
That-
after
yes.
they do the
County.
renovation, we won't be on that side.
Right.
So,
Um, I would say the responsibility of the greeter to ensure that the hallway is somewhat non-chaotic. right? Wouldn't that be the responsibility of the greeter?
I don't think it will be chaos.
Okay.
I think we're just
Where would you have the greeter? I know in the past it's been over by where this map says the tabulator is. Where exactly do you want
the greeter isn't by the tabulator.
Well, outside in the hallway. I'm saying that door.
The
That's where-
greeter is at the entrance.
Right. Okay. So you were gonna have the greeter at
At the
the
entrance.
like right here.
At the entrance.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. I'm just trying to get it in my mind as to where it would be, and that way they can kind of.
It's just like even when
Be
we
the
do it at
traffic
K
controller.
White,
Mm.
the greeter is outside the door at the
Mm.
entrance.
Okay. Is there any way we could just put help station where ballot station is and ballot station where help station is? So that help station,
Well,
so that people are like checking in and get your ballot and then go to help station or
Well, if you go to check in and you have an issue, you then go to help station. You don't go to ballot
Okay,
stations
okay.
and help station.
okay.
Everything
gotcha.
is in the order of the process.
Okay. All right. Okay. I've never been to the help station when I got my ballot. So, okay. And chief judge, that's where you all will be sitting, I assume.
Mhm.
Okay.
Probably not sitting.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if
They
they're
move
seated.
around.
Mhm.
And as we discussed yesterday, when we have an influx of same day registration, as we normally do we have at least one day, maybe two, in which the university has a march to the polls. And the students would like to do same day registration. I have seen it be crowded in the hallway.
It's
You,
okay. We can handle it.
You're going to have a place for them to be.
Yep, we
Okay.
can handle it.
All right. Okay.
Well, you don't have to go. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
The only problem I've ever seen in the hallways is people waiting for somebody who's already voted.
Mm-hmm.
And that the greeter can take care of, unless you're in the process of voting, you need to exit the voting enclosure.
I will say, as an observer in the past, I feel like there could be a softer approach in how that is handled. Because I have seen voters get, how should I say this, and like kind of offended at the way that they were approached to get out of the room. Not last year, not during the general election, but in times past. Let's say husband and wife are voting together, or mother and daughter are voting together, and one of them finishes before the other one. Two people have arrived at the same time. One goes over to the tabulator, puts their ballot in, and wants to hang out and wait for the other person to finish. It's been like, leave. And I don't know if maybe there's some sort of softer approach to, that, and helping that person understand, well, hey, maybe don't put your ballot in the tabulator yet. Maybe just hang out with that person. Is that okay for them to
Right.
just
You don't want them to hang out.
Yeah.
with the person they came in with?
No.
No.
Okay. All right.
Once they finish voting, they have to leave.
Okay.
That's it. They have to leave. You can't hang around
I just
in the
they
voting
don't seem to
enclosure.
quite get it, and they
Yeah,
seem to
I
be
definitely wouldn't say, don't put your ballot in the tabulator yet, because that's just gonna back things up.
okay. All right.
And you're
I
just
got
gonna
you.
have people lingering around
Mm.
inside the voting enclosure. You don't want that.
Is
I'm
it-
sorry that you would like to walk out with the individual that you came in with. However, the rule is no
They
one
just
can
need to be
linger
told the
around.
rule. They
Okay.
need to just
I mean,
be
that's the
told
rule.
Okay. All right. All right. I just know that that's been a thing in the past. Any other discussion on any of this?
I'll just make a comment. Hopefully it's gonna be a light election. This is a
Hopefully
general primary or a general election. I wouldn't like to leave
You would what? I'm sorry if
I
it was,
wouldn't like it, but Dwayne says he's got everything under control.
you wouldn't like
So,
So
Hmm?
what
Within
what
his
would
means.
be what would be the ideal of how you all think that the room should be set up? Just curious.
Okay, as in the past, where you have the exit is the entrance down at the bottom. You enter, you do your layout flow, you exit the double doors to the front, to the parking lot. You're finished, you're out.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have passing of traffic, people, potentially people talking. Um, and of course, the check-in's down here. It's laid out, hidden that way.
So do you all not think that's a safety issue of that door being opened or no?
It's unlocked. You're talking about to the parking lot,
Mm-hmm.
right? They open it, go out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe it to be a safety issue? The-
Former safety officer can go there and tell me how to.
You do? Okay. All right.
There's a heavy stump, these doors with the metal grate on the bottom of them.
Mm.
Those doors over the night. Those metal, we have no control over that.
Okay.
Just for that door to interior destruction of the entire, on the other side of the door panel.
Mhm.
The way that we have set up, you can't even see if somebody's on the outside of that door, but you push that door over to exit that door.
That is true.
So the way that we have put it, I was spoken to, safety officer committee, like, I like this setup. We want to get down to our training, like that, we record and everything around the room to avoid the trip and fall hazard. That's the best way to do it. If we came straight down the hallway, we would have that backup. And we use this entrance, or the exit door. Coming straight down the hallway, you're gonna interfere with people coming out this way. When they sneak into the building, they go directly in. When they come out, you can see, quick look to your right, you can see that, now the majority of people are either coming or going, and you can be back down the hallway. And only with our city officer, in the county, I was a bodyguard, you know, we able to, so we have to look at these things.
Interesting.
But if we really know
Safety.
what we're doing, and so we let go in that point,
Okay.
I know that change is kind of, as humans, we don't like it, it's a slow adjustment, but we bring in something different, if it doesn't even better and better,
Um, that those two doors in the room, the double doors, they are outside of the buffer zone, and it is a place where, and I mean, people don't really, they haven't in the past hung out there a whole lot, but like we're talking in the instance of two people voting together, one leaves, they do hang out there. and wait. You're right, they do. Never thought about that. Mm. I know one of my great concerns about those doors is water pools up on the sidewalk. And the previous deputy used to have to take a big broom and push the water off so that the water did not come inside of the enclosure. So that was one of my concerns.
Some of that could have been, we had a tropical storm hit during.
That's just a rainstorm, just a regular rainstorm.
Okay.
It's just a drainage issue of the facility. So, but it's the world we live in, right? We have to learn to live with the water. So, any other discussion on this layout? All right. So do we want to approve this layout? We need to get a motion to approve it. The early voting enclosure layout.
So moved.
There's a motion to approve by Michelle. Is there a second? Second by Darlene. Any further discussion? All right, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Aye. Hearing none. I'm not opposed, I'm sorry. I forgot to vote aye. Early voting enclosure layout is approved. All right. Moving to the appointment of Election Day precinct officials. I got a bunch of paperwork in front of me on this.
So if you all look There's the email that I printed
Which one? There's a
to
lot of
show you
emails.
all, huh?
There's a lot of emails. Could you please specify which date?
So there's a couple emails. Well, we'll go with all the emails. So there's a couple
Okay.
emails that Virginia sent that, so you all can, read some of the topics. I wouldn't have to explain it. She asked a question and the state answered it. It was about one of them was about the provisional ballots, of us writing provisional at the top. So are you all opposed to the red ink pen? So last election, the board agreed upon a stamp. However, we could not find a small enough stamp that said provisional. So we made the decision to write in red ink provisional on the top of the ballot, in the blank space, so that there is no misunderstanding if it gets put in the tabulator. It's an identifier. So are you all opposed to that?
I don't think anybody was opposed to it. I didn't hear of anybody being opposed to it. Is anybody else opposed
But
to
this
it?
is just clarification.
Yeah.
This is clarification that it can be done.
Mm.
We don't put pro on our provisional ballots because we have a site that has pro.
PRO.
It's
yeah.
the same thing. For Providence.
Mm.
Then the other one was for an observer. If you all needed clarification for that, she got clarification on the observers not being here for the election. I mean, for this municipal election. So she had clarification for that. If you all want to read that,
But they can come to the opening of early
they
voting,
can't be classified as an observer.
but they're not
the public.
The public can come
If
to
the
the
public
opening.
wants to come and read the tape before we open, they are more than welcome to do so. But they are not considered an observer. Observers are not allowed in a nonpartisan election.
And on election day, they can come in. The public can come in, look at the zero tape, as long as it does not interfere with the opening processes, and at the end of the day, can observe the closing.
Right. They just cannot stay for the entire day.
Correct.
The law changed January 1st, 2024, saying that for this particular election, no observers are allowed. What you do on the outside of the facility in the parking lot, that's up to the individuals. We have no control over that. So we don't need an observers list for inside and or outside.
I just really wanted the board to be aware that.
This is
of that.
clarification.
Yeah.
So that you all have the numbered memo and the response that the state gave. All right, the next email is from myself. It's to the party chairs. It says, I am sending an email to make you aware that we need names for Election Day workers submitted before September 9th, 2025, to assist the board in finalizing the process. When providing recommendations, please focus on individuals who reside within the precinct they will be serving. If you can provide at least 6 names per precinct, not including the chief judge and judge, your timely response will help ensure we are prepared and fully staffed for the upcoming election. Thank you for your cooperation. Now, according to the master schedule, the 30 days is September 7th. September 7th was on a Sunday. We are closed. So my email is letting them know that we need it by Monday by 5 o'clock. Yesterday by 5 o'clock.
Sorry.
Do you all agree and or disagree? Because according to the master schedule, September 7th is 30 days, but it's not a business day. Monday was. This goes to say, so you all have the list that the Republican Party submitted?
Does this have a date stamp?
Yes, ma'am, it does.
What is it?
It's in the last column,
Last call.
and it says
Says
September
September
3rd, 107.
It's very light.
Oh, right there.
All right. And so the first email that Frank sent was at 4:36. The second email he sent was at 4:57 of his list. The second list that you see from Frank was this morning, and it's the same list from my understanding, except for he grouped everybody by precinct: East, Mount Hermon, North, and Pro. So you all can decide which list that you want to go by.
So these are both the same.
That's what he sent to me.
The organization.
Yes.
This, okay, it's got precincts.
So you're saying that he sent this one yesterday afternoon within the parameters of what you have requested in your email? But it came at 4:36 on Monday.
4:36 and 4:57 before 5 p.m.
No. I was told they were going to submit a name. Carol Harold, I don't see it on the list, so she must not have.
These are the lists that was provided.
Well, the statute says it has to be 30 days prior. And looking at the calendar that she gave us last week, her calendar, if you look at September the 7th, the 30-day residency deadline is on October the 7th for voter registration. And that's a statute. And so under the statute 16342, it does say that it's a 30-day deadline prior to the election. So if we're going to, as a board, decide to ignore the statute when it comes to the party chair recommendation, then we have to, as a board as well, ignore the statute for the 30-day residency deadline. When someone goes to register and to vote, and we say if you've been a resident within 30 days of the election, we can fudge that and say, it's okay if you did it on the 8th. Is that what we're going to do? Or are we going to stick by the statute?
We didn't stick by the statute when we did the chief judges and judges.
How were we
Because, no,
outside of
we
it?
did not stick to it because the names were sent in. And then later, after the date, you sent a letter to them asking for more names. And that's how one of the judges got appointed. They were not appointed during the time
We
they were
did
supposed to be
not
appointed.
appoint anybody who I asked for additional names for. Those were people for a substitute that could come and train only in the case of there being a vacancy. And we had that. Ms. Hoffman did that. But we did not appoint
I'm not
Ms.
talking
Hoffman
about
on
that.
day.
I'm talking about the judges. I can't remember the lady's name, but she was a lady from the Republican list that was put in one of the precincts. I'll have to look through my notes who it was.
That was on that substitute list, and it was not a recommended name. We appointed it outside of the recommendation of the party chair, but it was just somebody that was in precinct. I'm not saying we don't use the list of Democratic names. I want to follow the statute. I want to make sure that we have parity in our party as the statute says so. It says that no precinct has precinct officials, all of whom are registered with the same party. So as that's been done, and to my knowledge in the past, I don't want to do that in this instance. I don't want to put in just all of one party in a precinct. However, when it comes to the actual recommendation as to the party chair's recommendation as to the person being in that precinct, the statute does say that the board shall make appointments of the precinct officials for each precinct from the names thus recommended. It says if the recommendations are received by it, being the board, no later than the 30th day prior to the primary or election. So I'm not saying we don't use Democrats. Let me make that 100% clear. I'm saying when it comes to the actual recommendations, it seems that we as a board need to kind of put who we need to put as a Democrat where it is that we feel like we need to put them since the recommendation came in late. That's what I'm saying.
So the solution, um, we could reference what they gave us, try to adhere to this, but we still have the authority to do a different placeholder.
It's what it's called an insufficient recommendation. It's just it's an insufficiency. And let me just read the statute for you. 16342 paragraph B. Okay. Oh wait, so Janae's done passing this out. I'll read the entire paragraph B of 16342, assistance at polls, appointment, term of office, qualifications, oath of office. The chairman of each political party in the county shall have the right to recommend from 3 to 10 registered voters in each precinct for appointment as precinct assistants in that precinct. If the recommendations are received by it no later than the 30th day prior to the primary or election, the board shall make appointments of the precinct officials for each precinct from the names thus recommended. If the recommendations of the party chairs for precinct official in a precinct are insufficient, the County Board of Elections, by unanimous vote of all of its members, may name to serve as precinct assistant in that precinct registered voters in that precinct who were not recommended